Just
Yeah,
like that.
just like that. Should we tweet? I should tweet it out or retweet what you put out there.
Yes. The Twitter.
The Twitter. I'm really excited about this project. And you said you never used code spaces before? Or
I've used them only a little bit. Not as a power user. I've never set up a project with them.
okay, cool. I'm
So I'm pretty
excited.
excited about this.
Me too.
And I take it you use them more than most of the population. So I think I'm in the right place to learn about them.
Not that much, I guess. Well, but maybe more than the population. We're live. Exclamation mark. Okay. Should I share my screen? Oh, there's somebody in the comments. Oh, it's my sister. Hello.
Hi, sister of Rizèl.
But yeah, I guess I should share my screen and then start making a repo. Or how long do you think we should wait?
Maybe can you show off the organization? I actually kind of want to see what it looks like from
Yeah,
your screen. I'm always confused by like the way the different permissions work.
gotcha. Yes, I can do that. So here it is overall. You got the readme in here.
Cool. I just posted that. Attempting to post it. There we go.
Awesome. And you
Cool
posted
work.
it as both of us.
Wait, did you also post, or did StreamYard like make it be from your account?
It did from both of ours because you know in the chat where it says all, you see that little circle that says all?
All
You can choose
destinations.
which destinations you want it to be at.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's I don't know. I like StreamYard for inviting guests because I don't know what emoji my sister did. It just has a little square. But I like it for inviting guests because um I don't know, I feel like OBS is so hard with inviting guests.
Oh my God, it's the worst. My OBS guest setup right now is I have 2 Teams meetings, one of which works on the stream, and the other of which is just for audio. And it's convoluted as all heck. And it's like a $12 a year audio plugin, so I'm not too upset about it. But
Yeah.
yeah, these systems like OBS or excuse me, like StreamYard. I think at the end of the day, that's just what you have to do.
Yeah. It just sucks that it's so expensive. It's like 200 something a year.
Oof.
But does this look like how you wanted it to look or how you were expecting it to look for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in dark mode and I'm in light mode, so it was jarring at first, but that's not a
Oh,
you thing.
oh, you like light mode? Oh no. I'm kidding.
I know. I know. I'm a little baby. It's all right.
I'm ready to make the repo. But
Yeah.
okay.
So maybe let's cover what are we actually doing today? What are you here for? What am I here for? Would you like to begin?
Yes. All right. So should we tell them what the project is in general or just okay,
Yeah.
cool. Basically, Josh had this amazing idea called the Open Contributions Project, and you can feel free to interject. But basically, it's to help like encourage companies to do better at contributing to open source projects and sponsoring them and supporting them. Because a lot of times companies essentially make money off of open source projects without giving them credit or any support. So we're setting it up. We're in the like initial stages. Josh already like created this amazing readme that explains like what this project's all about and like how we're going to go about like quantifying like and like helping people. Oh, and hey, it's my friend Stupid Learner. What's up? And
What a
then
username.
I know I always feel bad saying that name. I'm like, oh no, but they're really smart. Um, and then so today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like set up this project in code spaces with Next.js and TypeScript, and then Josh is going to do the typing stuff, which I'm not good at. So yay! Oh wait, do we know if we're gonna use regular CSS, Tailwind? I don't know.
Oh my God. I have been procrastinating making an opinion on those. I feel like the CSS of today is just so close to having one good thing that I like, but I don't like any of the projects. So I've just been using whatever the default thing is with things. If you like Tailwind, we can use Tailwind. I have no issues with it. Whatever makes you happy.
Oh no, we can do regular CSS.
Okay. In the
I
art category.
what happened?
Oh, sorry. I'm not used to clicking a comment, doing
Oh,
something.
we're
So
in the
now we're
art
featuring.
category. No wonder. That's my bad. I don't know how to switch it. Well, I guess I should switch it right now. Give me a second.
Actually, this. Okay, so first of all, my stream is in the talk shows and podcasts category, which is not what I was streaming in earlier today. So that might be a bug. Second, I wonder if this is actually accidentally good for us that we're in two categories and thus have a wider audience.
Okay. I didn't even think of that. I feel like it might have been me. Because in StreamYard it tells you what to choose. And I think I chose whatever well, you said it wasn't your channel, what your channel was doing. I don't know. I chose whatever our channel was doing. And I know I showed my sister how to do like Twitch streams with if she was like doing an art project. So I think that's where the art part came from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see
Sorry
that.
for that long
Very cool.
explanation. Okay, cool. So, what do we call the repo name? Same thing? Or
Oh boy. I hate making decisions. I wish people would just make the hard naming decisions for me in life. Maybe site or something like that. Open contribution site. Sites on its own.
site? I'm okay with whatever. Or did you say just do site on its own?
So this is an annoyance of mine. I like really simple, concise names like site, but then when everyone has the same name, it gets
Yeah,
confusing.
and you're like, what is it? Okay, let's do open source contribution site.
Okay.
And make it public. And I'll add a readme. And create repo. Oh wait, a license too. MIT.
Rock on.
Okay, cool. Now for code spaces, we should be able to just do this, create code space on main. Actually, there's also an option because they have like templates. Let me just double check the templates because I might not even need to do all the stuff I'm about to do. Oh, I lied. Templates is is on the staff site. It's not there yet.
Am I looking at a secret feature?
I was gonna accidentally show off a secret feature. I didn't realize. We come out with so much different stuff, it's hard to keep track. But
that's a humble brag if I've ever heard one.
TypeScript install.
Also, I switched my Twitch stream back to software and game dev. So as Sam says, maybe we'll get more techie people in here.
Okay, great. Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Josh. I'm gonna live share this to you so that you can be in it.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited. I like code spaces. I just haven't gotten around to doing much with them beyond like existing repos that other people have set up. So it's cool to me to see the actual act of setting it up. From what I understand, it's not too complicated, right? It's
No,
not going
it's
to take
pretty much like VS Code. Like it's essentially mostly here. Things are just loading up before I can share this to you. Okay, so I copied this. I'm gonna send you the link in the private chat.
You got it.
Oh, I thought I copied it. Copy again. Okay. This is so weird. When I press copy again, it prints out your name. Oh, there it is now. Okay, cool. So now you should have it. You should get invited. And while you're joining, I'm gonna just do. Do you want to use npm or yarn? I don't know if you have a preference around that.
I've actually been using pnpm lately, but
Okay, you
uh,
can do that. I never used that before. Let's do
do
it.
you want to try it out? I kind of want to see you try it the first time just to see if the setup experience is good. Because if it's a whole pain in the butt, then that would make me not want to use it.
Okay, I mean, I'm down. Like, this is nothing to me.
Is that an anime quote?
An anime quote? I don't know. I don't think so, but enter.
Oh no, it's a
I don't
Seinfeld
even
quote.
have MP, whatever it's called, so I guess I have to install it. What did you say?
It's a Seinfeld quote. I just looked it up. That's where I know it from.
Oh, I
Just
didn't know
stands.
it was a quote. It was a quote. Let's see. You know, I know that Codespaces already has npm in it, but could I do it in here? How do you install pnp?
It's been a little bit. If it's a whole issue setting up in Codespaces, maybe it's not worth it. But
Try.
if you go to their site, yeah, it should have things.
POSIX, Alpine Linux. Oh, we can do it with npm.
Oh,
Perfect.
Prime.
How was your day though? I saw you were streaming earlier.
Oh man, I couldn't stop sneezing for like a third of the stream. It was so frustrating. I had to run an ad break and fix my face. No, it's been good. I've been looking forward to this all day. Yeah. No.
I did not expect you to say that. You haven't stopped sneezing. Yeah, I've been looking forward to this too. Cause I'm like, I'm gonna learn a lot. I don't get to
Yeah.
code that much. So
Thank you, stupid learner. I feel much better. I had a large cup of decaf coffee and my face is at its normal levels now.
oh wait, why were you sneezing? You were sick or you like have allergies?
We have cats. So once in a while
Oh,
I'll wake up and it feels like there's hair in my nose. And
oh,
I don't think about that very deeply. I try not to because I worry about the conclusions I'll make.
okay.
Yeah. How was your day? You were in meetings?
Yeah, I was in meetings and I was trying to also put my expenses in. If you haven't realized by now, I do everything last minute, although people think. So I was like, oh my god, I gotta put my expenses in. It's the last day, and then I was
Yeah,
in
I feel
meetings.
you. I feel like doing things last minute has a benefit though. Like you never know what's going to go wrong, right? Like maybe the work is like I always pack last minute because you never know. Maybe the trip will get canceled. Maybe you'll end up needing an extra thing.
You sound like my husband. He's like, you just gotta do it last minute. In my head, I'm like, I'm gonna do this on time, and then like I end up not. I always have good intentions to. Okay,
Good
so I
intentions.
installed it, and I guess the only thing left I could do is maybe add like the configuration file for Node in
Sure.
TypeScript. And
I actually have the same question as Stu. Also, hi Matt from the chat, living in a van. Um, I have the same question as Stupid Learner. Is there a way to list out like extensions and settings? Like, what does this dev container config file actually do?
oh my god, yes there is, y'all. Okay, wait. I don't remember it off the top of my head, so I'm gonna have to look in one of my projects real quick. But really, I don't show y'all something I shouldn't. But you can use the dev container.json to like have all the extensions set up right away. Thanks for asking that, stupid learner. Okay, so
I forget what a, the name. It sounded so passive aggressive. I love this.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking.
But I'm gonna show y'all this. Basically, once this loads up, basically you have a dev container.json file, and that's where you can configure like all the customizations of like extensions that you want installed. Then you got the Docker file. I think that's just telling Codespaces how to set it up. And then or it's just telling Codespaces that like you're using Docker. And then you have the Docker compose.yaml, and that's like running your multiple web servers. So like if you want to run a database and then your website and stuff like that. But once this loads up, we'll be able to see it. It's taking forever. I don't have the patience. Come on, CodeSpace. If anything, we can look at the repo while we wait for this. So,
Also, I'll respond to living in a van, aka Matt Foley. Matthew Foley's comments in the Slack or in the chat.
Matt, hey.
Matt, you have a really good repo that I'm actually probably going to suggest we use here. PR compliance action. I didn't know it was yours. I used it, and then hey, the thing is there. That's yours. So really excited about that.
Yeah, Matt is so smart. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you didn't. Yeah, so I think one of the problems, which we're not directly trying to solve with this project, but is kind of tangential with open source, is that it can be hard for people to get started with things. Like it can be scary. You go on a pull request and you have all these checks and X's and people yelling at you about assigned issues and milestones and whatever. Like that, what does that all mean? So any sort of action that can not just block a PR from being merged on something you need to do, but also explain what that thing is really important and good. I think the PR compliance action that MT Foley has on GitHub is really good.
Yeah, it's really good. A lot of his projects are great. Like if you read his blog posts about how he started things up, it's pretty cool. Okay, I got this up. So you see how this code space already has like this thing showing called a code swing, and it already has like all these installed. I have 32 installed extensions. Well, whatever. It has a whole bunch of extensions already, right? Basically, in this folder, I hope it might not be big enough. I'll make it bigger. In this folder called .dev container, I have a file called .dev container. Dev container.json. And all I do is like in JSON format, I like put in these things and I say extensions, and then I just get the extension ID that I want to put in here. So like, let's say there's, let's say I want what extension I want. Let's say I wanted markdown lint. I just go here, copy extension ID, and then I add it to the dev container.json like list. And then next time that after I commit this, next time I open up this code space, that extension will be in here.
Dope.
Yeah.
I like how it even asks you, hey, do you want to rebuild now? We've noticed a change.
Exactly. It will notice that. And then you could also, let's say you didn't want to open it up in code spaces, you don't like code spaces, but you could also have a .vs code folder and create an extensions.json file, and it's basically the same thing. It just says recommendations. So you can open up a code space in VS Code. That's it, y'all. That's all I had. But I'm almost done with this part. I guess node 16 for our project.
Can we do 18?
18? Newer? Okay. I haven't even done node 18. Okay. And I don't know if we'll need any of these things. Browser?
I don't even know what I would ask for here.
Me neither. Additional features? I'm just going to say.
Oh, wait. PM maybe? Too late.
Oh, shit. Sorry. I'm sorry. I think I can add it after, right? Yeah. But here's where you would like say what port you want it to be running on. Like
okay.
Do you want like as soon as someone joins in for it to install all the dependencies by running npm install, pnpm install, and et cetera. But I think we have like the basis for it, and we don't need to add too much more yet. You go with this?
Sounds great to me. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Cool. Did you accept a live share? Are you in here?
I never got the link.
Wait, I put it in the private chat.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I thought you meant Twitter, and I'm leaning a little. Okay, sorry. Yeah,
sorry.
I got it.
But
I have to sign in.
I could commit this and then you can take over.
Could you just start it? Is there anything fancy that needs to be done? Ah, I'm in. Yay.
You're in.
Like, how do we? So, like, this is a new Next.js site, and I saw something like you did the next command line thingy, right? So in theory, there should be a way to start it, right?
Yeah. How do you do PM start or whatever? I've never done
Yeah, PM dev.
PM. Okay. PM.
Ooh, and I even see your command line output on my terminal. This is cool.
Yeah. If you can't type in it, I should be able to give you permissions to type in the terminal. It's coming up. Let me exit this. Too much stuff are running. Here it is.
Ooh, they changed the homepage. Look at that.
I know,
Like,
right?
used to be white, something
Yeah,
different.
with the blue rectangles.
Cool.
Yeah, but it's all you now because I don't know
Cool.
how to do the other stuff.
All right. Cool. Yeah. I don't actually. How do I view that site that you were looking at
Oh,
as a person?
are you able to see this section? Ports?
Ports. I'm just in vscode.dev in
Oh,
the browser.
I
Do I need to
maybe
open
it's
in
because
VS
I
Code?
didn't make it visible. Port visibility, public. What was the question you asked me? Sorry.
Oh, do I have to open it in VS Code rather than VS Code in the browser? I see it, and mine is white, or not quite, off white, light gray with blue. Very
Okay.
beautiful.
Oh, because you're in light
Cool,
mode.
that's me.
Nice.
Yeah. I like this. See, this is nice. This is why I like frameworks, because when it's by a really good company that knows what they're doing, like Rizèl, uh, they like know how to make things work. And there we go. Like so it's going by the CSS, prefers dark. Whatever.
I didn't even know that was there.
Oh yeah, this is a whole thing.
That's crazy.
Anyway, cool. Yeah. So thanks for setting this up. Do you want to make a commit?
Yes,
Or
I can. I'll make a new thingy.
switch back to your screen. So we're not watching my. The chain is kind of funny to me here. It's like we're watching your terminal through my VS Code live share link of your VS Code code space. Yeah.
I know, right? Oh, I guess I should make a branch. Or should I just go and push it to main?
I say rock on. Push to main.
Let's go. Okay. Get status. Let me just make sure I get that all. Git commit -m. Setting up Next.js.
Words of wisdom.
What did they say? YOLO.
YOLO.
Git push. We did it. We did it, Joe. All right. You can share now.
Awesome. All right, where did I? There it is. Cool. All right. So one of the things that I like is to make a project super duper strict from the default, because I think it's nice to have projects that lint you. The object tracking module. Not familiar. So one of the first things I'll do is alphabetize everything in my JSON files, because that's just who I am on the inside.
Okay.
A few things. In TypeScript, you can import from JS files, but in practice, if we're making a website, I kind of want to make everything TypeScript. So I'm just going to remove allow JS.
Oh, okay.
Well, ES module interrupt. I'm just going to go through these quickly. ES module interrupt is a good flag to have, because we're in this weird in-between state where some files or packages use .js or older module formats, and some are using ECMAScript modules. This makes it a little easier when the formats don't match exactly, which is a whole edge case thing that I hate. So yes, force consistent casing in file names. That's good, because sometimes tools will let you use the wrong case, like uppercase A instead of lowercase. That's the whole thing. I don't think this is actually needed incremental. but it's like a nice performance improvement. Same with isolated modules. It's like a performance thing.
Okay.
These are all settings for TypeScript. Really what we care about is strict being true and the target. So strict true says I'm going to turn on all the fancy schmancy settings that make sure your code is better. The most important one is strict null checks. Like let's say you have my name string, my name equals undefined. When you have strict null checks off, this is allowed. See, I think I have to open an index page. Oh boy. So ignoring all those things. When you have strict null checks off, this is allowed, but that's really confusing because then TypeScript thinks you're totally allowed to do like my name dot length or something, like to uppercase. That is clearly going to crash. We as humans know this is going to crash. So strict true enables a whole bunch of settings like strict null checks. Eventually should make this squiggly. Code.
More VS Code.
Well, I promise that.
Has a question for you.
Ooh.
Don't
most browsers.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, go.
They do. So I always switch this to like ES 2020 or something like that. Because, yeah, like why would you support IE 10? There's no need to. I'm getting annoyed. Why is this allowed?
Yeah, what's going on?
I don't want to spend too much time on it. I wonder if this is something to do with like the language server because I'm trying to save the file and it's not saving. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete all my changes. Save. Well, this is annoying.
Huh?
Connection lost, reconnecting to host.
Oh no.
Did
you were disconnected? I didn't do that.
Did you kill me?
No. Why would I do that? I was just steering. Let me try to invite you again. That's so weird. Okay. And it won't.
I could also. Can I open this in code spaces?
Yes. You should be able to. On your own.
Phrasing.
Yeah.
Boom.
Wow.
Sometimes I also feel like VS Code is doing TypeScript things that tsconfig is not really on board with. But most of the time, in my experience, it's some weird out of process, out of reach thing. Like VS Code is booting you out for some reason.
I don't know why. Like it timed out from me not clicking inside of the code base anymore. I mean, the code space anymore.
What I can also do is just clone it locally.
Yeah. Ooh, code spaces, you failed us. Does code spaces use web containers? I believe so.
Oh my god. Just sent you a share.
Thank you.
All right. So we've got the things working locally. Let's oh man, look at this. So we've got a bunch of squigglies because TypeScript needed to register that I installed it. All right, so let my name string, my name equals undefined. So this should squiggly. Yeah, there we go. Should squig. There it is. Type undefined is not assignable to TypeScript. Okay, cool. Strict null checks. Yeah. Anyway, the thing that I'm most excited about is ESLint. So right now, Next.js projects just extend this very basic default next thing, this ESLint config. But we're gonna. Oh yeah, you're joined. We're gonna add some more stuff. So just so I've context setting, how familiar is everyone here with ESLint?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. For the crowd, it's a tool that lints your JavaScript code, meaning it looks at your code without running it and yells at you about it. Hello. So if we do pm lint, no complaints. But if we do something very silly like pages index add like a var unused equals true, and then run lint again. Ooh, use it with Husky, lint stage, and prettier for work. Yes. Very good. And okay, so in theory, I would want a lint rule that yells at me, hey, you're using var, but everyone else uses let or something like that. And hey, this variable is unused. Why did you even make it in the first place? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install pm add TypeScript eslints, their parser, which lets eslint run on TypeScript code, and TypeScript eslint plugin, which brings in a whole bunch of rules that apply to TypeScript code. And then I'm going to do TypeScript eslint recommended requiring type checking, which is a name that is way too long and we will make shorter in the next release. Working on the next major version.
Oh. Yeah, failed.
Oh boy. Maybe I forgot the plugin colon. I always forget these things. But anyway, we have a docs website at TypeScript.eslint.io that is getting started. And
Wait, is this the project you maintain, right? TypeScript?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I am one of the maintainers. Awesome. Then we do parser options, project, config.json. So now I'm now enabling a whole bunch of lint rules that require TypeScript type information. One of the lint rules, which doesn't need too much fancy stuff, detects, haha, you're using this var thing, but you really should be using let instead.
Okay.
That all kind of makes sense and seem reasonable so far?
For me, yes.
Cool. Also, yeah, Prettier and ESLint are great tools with auto fixers. Then we see it's never reassigned, so I'm just gonna, there's actually a command in VS Code, fix all auto fixable problems, that comes from the ESLint extension.
I don't think I've ever used the ESLint extension before.
It's great, honestly.
Yeah.
Is it in the
Oh, I
project
didn't.
extensions?
Let me make that. I didn't even add
Yes.
any extensions. I'll do it now.
Cool. Oh no, I don't. I'm scared to close the file if you're working in it.
Oh no, you can. But you know what? Let me not do it right now because we're focusing on you. I'll do it after.
Okay. Sure. Works for me. So, this is an interesting one. There are blog posts that talk about how Prettier and ESLint can step on each other. The poor man's fix is to run Prettier first, then ESLint. So this is like one of the things I get all excited about, that ESLint is a linter and Prettier is a formatter, and the two are not the same thing. A formatter just messes with your white space and semicolons and other things that don't actually change your code. And a formatter only messes with the things that don't actually change your code, the white space, the end lines, the semicolons. So there's actually a really nice extends ESLint config Prettier. Close this out, which is an ESLint extension, an ESLint configuration plugin, whatever, that turns off all rules that might conflict with Prettier, which I think is a good idea to have in general. pm. Why not? Oh, it went on the next line. Weird. So then we can extend here at the end of our ESLint extend list to make sure that we're not actually using any formatting rules by accident.
Gotcha.
Cool. But then there are also some config rules in ESLint that are a good idea to use. So I'm just going to pop those in there. I don't think they'll come up now. All right. So now if we run pm lint, a while, and then we also, in our next major version, we're going to make it so you don't have to do these manually. But for now, all the rules that are recommended aren't actually enabled and recommended requiring type checking. So now we have this rule complaining, hey, you assigned a value but never used it. You can delete this variable. Sounds good so far?
Yeah.
Cool. It might auto-fix. I don't think it will. Yeah. Okay. So that's linting. There are other configs or like ESLint plugins that I generally try to enable, and we could probably skip those for now since it's already on my time 1:37.
Oh.
But Are there any particular things that you'd want to lint for, or like plugins that you already know to pull in that you want to do now?
Okay, they're not coming to mind.
Okay.
I was too focused on what you were doing. Wait, I'm actually curious, like, why PNPM or whatever? Like, what is the difference to you? Because I've never, yeah.
Let me show you something that might convince you immediately if I
Okay.
can get my keyboard to work. RMRF node module, so I just removed the entire node modules directly, and then I run pnpm install. And it just took about 2.2 seconds.
Oh, wow. That was really fast.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, that was a pretty easy way to convince me.
Yeah. So if you look at your node modules, it's all a bunch of symlinks. So they create a global installation on your computer of all these packages, and then link to that installation. So even though you do have a node modules directory, and you can then make text edits in node modules, which is one of the things I end up having to do for debugging sometimes, it's still super fast.
Okay.
I love it.
Interesting. Yeah. No.
You've
Got
never seen an install take 2 seconds on
no,
a
I
real React
haven't.
project, have you?
I'm still in shock. That
Yeah,
was not fast. Okay, cool. Thank you.
I like fast. Fast is good. I am also, by the way, seeing something else in here. I'm getting little red squigglies. I don't know why TypeScript is mad about this, but if we restart VS Server, which is a command that comes with VS Code, it should go away. Yeah, let's talk. I don't want to commit now because we have one other major thing that might get conflicted with ESLint. We do have Prettier. Stupid learner. I hope you have a nice night.
I know it's like you're on the other side of the world. Thank you.
So I mentioned Prettier is the formatter, ESLint is the linter, never the twain shall meet. But we don't actually have Prettier installed as a dependency, so I'm going to do that now.
Okay.
Npm add prettier-d. And Prettier is fun because it's really fast and opinionated, so you can run it frequently. Like you can run it on file save. And that's actually, I'm going to bring up a... Go ahead.
No, I said that's my favorite part.
Oh, yeah. When you save the file and if it doesn't fix everything, you know something's wrong. But when it does, you know it's working.
Yep.
Yeah. So one of the things I was actually streaming working on this earlier today that I have is this template TypeScript node package. And I use it because I, like you, will be copy and pasting a lot of things in my day-to-day. And one of the things I like is the VS Code settings file. So I'm just going to copy and paste this here. Make dir VS Code, touch VS Code settings.json. There's probably a better way to do that, make dir-p or whatever. But...
No, that was pretty good. Living in a Band said, do y'all exclude package lock JSON from Prettier ESLint?
I normally do because it's auto-generated for me, so I don't really feel a need to change it.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I just do whatever happens. I'm pretty chaotic, so
Chaotic good alignment.
Sometimes.
Excellent. Oh, glad we're all on the same page. Cool. So here's what I do. For VS Code, I set it so that whenever you save a file, source.fixall.eslint true, meaning the ESLint extension will run autofix, the fix all autofixable problems. I then change the default formatter to the Prettier extension, which reminds me of VS Code /extensions.json. And then we can copy, you said it was from here, extensions.json. I'm actually just going to copy from the same template.
Yeah, I didn't make it for us. I just showed it on my old project, so we can copy it over to our project.
Got it. Cool. Yeah, and this is at least some of the things you're using. Like you added Markdown lints. Now we have VS Code ESLint and Prettier. So I also format on save. So not only are we fixing ESLint rules on save, we're also formatting with Prettier. And then this is something that not everyone in the ESLint maintainer community agrees with me on. I have all my lint rules set to warn, like even if it's an error complaint. Like if we go to pages index.ts and I like make an unused variable, like let my name equals Josh. Even though this is going to be, now it's auto fixing on save. Even though this is going to be an error complaint in the terminal, error, it's never reassigned, use const. In the actual editor, it shows up as a yellow squiggly. And I'm a fan of that because people get really confused about the difference between ESLint and TypeScript. And I don't like having them use the same red squiggly color.
Okay.
That's just
I
an
think that
opinion.
makes sense. You're like, this is not like a breaking change for TypeScript. It's just like, suggested that you don't use let. Is that what you're okay? And you want people to not be freaked out over that. Yeah, I think that's an okay plan. Why are other people? Why is it a controversial topic? Like you said, people don't agree with you.
I'm not pooping on my fellow open sourcers here. This is, I think, a really interesting discussion, and I can see both sides. Somewhere here we go. Nope, that's not the right one. Here it is. So we have this discussion going. My thought is, well, it's confusing what the definition of an error is here, but then we get to this whole theological discussion of what is an error, what is a warning, because TypeScript errors, like if you have a type error, you can still run your React application if you're like passing a number instead of a string somewhere. So what is an error? Like there are really two types of TypeScript errors. There are type errors and syntax errors, but the tooling represents them both with the same squiggly red. So ideally, we need like 3 different concepts of an error. We need a lint error, a type error, and a syntax error. So
Okay. Thank you.
You've activated my trap card, and I've now unleashed the horror that is my opinion on squiggly colors in VS Code.
No, I think I think your explanation makes sense though. Like, I think it makes it like more definable or be able to identify which one is what type of error. Why confuse both?
Cool. Thanks. And thus it shall be so. And then the last thing is we say use the version of TypeScript installed with the package under node modules, because you actually, by default, VS Code has a global installation of TypeScript, which might not be the same version. So TypeScript SDK. Cool. So that's those things. And then on Prettier, they have a really nice guide to the pre-commit hook, which is how you can make Prettier run when you git commit, which is nice because not everyone saves in VS Code or make sure it's formatted. So if we run this little thing,
I've never used this. Probably should.
Oh, it's so nice. Because once in a while on a package that has Prettier set up in VS Code, I'll have someone editing in like Atom or Notepad or something, and then they'll send this incomprehensible thing. Lint stage is great. And here we go. And here we go.
We're like, you can do it, VS Code.
I worry that it's running like npm install or something instead of pnpm.
Yeah, because you showed me how pnpm is so fast with node modules.
Yeah. Breaking my heart.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well,
it's doing its thing. We'll find out.
Eventually, yeah. I'm going to also copy some config from my template package here. What I normally do is in the package, I will have the lint stage command be this.
Okay.
Yeah, npx didn't catch the benefits. So I do, their default is to have it only run on JS, CSS, MD, which to me is offensive because I like TypeScript.
Yeah.
So I will have it run on all files and then use Prettier's -- ignore unknown flag, something I learned about recently, to just ignore it if it doesn't know how to deal with it.
Oh, I never knew about that one either.
There's like a whole world out there that I like prior to last month just had never explored. Oh my god, but it's still going.
It says NPM.
Yeah, great. So glad. All right, well, it finished. I guess it's set up. I hope. Yeah, what we can do is I can hit add all, RM, RF node modules, capital M, pm install. Husky not found. Great. npx husky install for the prepare command. Or maybe pm husky install. How does this? I don't want it to ask for that. It should just do. pm.
NPX.
npx it is. Cool. What? So I'm just going to quickly change lint stage to do everything and then prettier ignore unknown. Now, if we get add all, commit m, chore, set up typed linting and prettier. It should auto format. Cool.
Did it.
But it says, yay, but it says the following package was not found and will be installed lint stage. That.
But we just did. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we just added both of these. For add husky and lint staged. Ooh, maybe that's why it couldn't find husky, because it wasn't actually installed. If we do pm prepare. Okay.
Now it did it. Okay.
Cool. All right, so chore install husky lint staged. All right.
Perfecto.
Yay.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Twins, right? I forget what I used to say when I was younger. Was it you owe me a soda or something? I don't remember.
I've heard that one a lot. My wife really likes telling me I owe her sodas, which is annoying because she's actually the breadwinner in the relationship, as they say. So I'm not buying her very much.
You're like, I work for the internet.
Yeah. I'll download you a soda. Coke.
You owe me a Coke.
All right, let me just make sure I can actually view this locally. All right. Cool.
It did it.
It did it. I got 10 minutes. We could just go through a whole bunch of other linting shenanigans, but was there anything you wanted to bring up before we do that?
No, we could do that. I was gonna add the extensions to the dev container, but yes. It's nothing like revolutionary.
Cool. Shall we switch over to you then?
Yeah, I guess we could. And then it's gonna take like so fast, I think. I hope.
Cool.
I was just gonna do this. Customizations and then not what I wanted to do. Extensions. Hopefully I have. Is this the right syntax? And I was just gonna steal it from your. Oh, this is the old one that we closed down. It's this.
Oh.
I was gonna steal it from here. Customizations. And then there was one more thing I wanted to do, and then we could switch to you. Is like when we open it up, I wanted to be able to run like the pm command. Is it, you said it was yarn? Is it just not yarn? Sorry, pm install?
Yes, I think so.
Cool. I'll just do that, and then I'll switch it back to you.
Cool.
What's the problem? Is this not right? Hold on. Let me look at my.
Someone could do a study of like the anthropological dig of how things morph over time as people copy and paste them between repos.
Right? Because I don't memorize any of this.
Why would any of us memorize these things? It's on GitHub.
I could have sworn. How is this not right? Maybe instead of wasting y'all's time, I'll do this after the stream.
Okay.
But I'll just change the post create command. I could have sworn it's customizations, extensions, and then you list the thing. But that's okay. pm install. Expected a comma right here. Here we go. That's it. I'll switch it back to you because
That's easy.
Yeah.
That was really easy. That's great.
Yeah. That's the whole point of code spaces. It's super easy. So basically when someone opens it up, it'll install our dependencies. But I don't remember the syntax for the extensions, even though I thought I did.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Cool.
Correct. More linting.
More linting. Okay. Or added post create command. We'll just commit that.
Cool.
All right. Yeah. So linting. I like linting, and understatement of the century. There are a bunch of ESLint plugins that I like, and I will just go ahead and copy and paste them here.
Okay.
ESLint config printer we already have. We don't have any tests, so I'm just going to remove the vtest plugin. Let's see. Yeah. By the way, if anyone isn't already super duper level with multi-select, watch in awe as I destroy this simple little script here. I love multi-select in editors. It's one of my favorite things. Anyway, yeah. So I'll just pm add all of these. Oh, sure. Sorry. Let's go from the start. So I just started from this, and I want to turn this into pm add all these things. So first thing I do is I select one instance of something that appears on every line, and then I press on my Mac Command-Shift-L. I think on Windows it's Control-Shift-L. Then Command-Shift-Right to select from all that multi-selection, each one of them to the end of the line. Delete. So Command-Shift-L starts your multi-selection on everything that has the same, like all find results. Then I can press Command-Left or Command-Right to go to the beginning or end of the line. So if I go to the beginning and then press delete, now we have no more quotes on the line.
Ooh.
Very fancy. And then another trick is I'll press space, left, delete. That I create a space at the beginning of each line, delete the end line in front of it. And at the very beginning, pm add -d. Voila.
Fancy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll just hit 0, start everything over, and then add all these. Okay, what are we actually adding here? These are all ESLint plugins that add some rules. Deprecation is a plugin that lets you throw an error if someone does, like, if there's a, say, a function that's marked as deprecated with a JSDoc tag.
Really?
Deprecated. This is like a sort of community standard, blah, and then if someone calls blah, then the plugin will give a squiggly on blah, on the call to it. And fun fact, totally separate from that, TypeScript can inform VS Code that this thing is deprecated, and then it shows a strike through.
Oh my god. Cool.
Yeah. ESLint comments. You can also, here, let me actually, I'm just going to set up the ESLint config file so that we can see these live real time, because these are all like vaguely useful things. So I'm going to add in the ESLint comments one on top of here. Let's just add these somewhere. So rules. Okay, so now I'm extending the recommended config for ESLint comments. So ESLint comments, you can disable ESLint on a per line basis. Let's say you want to do this, you can then disable ESLint on the next line. But this plugin will look at those disables and yell at you if you're being unnecessarily extra with these. Like if, say, this thing disabled all ESLint rules, but you should really specify some rule names. So no var. And then I thought there was a way to make the plugin yell at you if you don't have an explanation. Because why not? But maybe that's not on by default. That's a thing.
I did not know that, because I always, well, you probably don't want to hear this as a TypeScript person. I always do disable when I'm like annoyed, but I've never added an explanation. So maybe it is not on by default.
Yeah. Funny, if you, ESLint plugin, ESLint comments, some of these plugin names are ridiculous. Let's go to this person's, there's the documentation. I guess, yeah, there, I guess there isn't there. Anyway, before I go deep dive, because we have 2 minutes before I'm going to have to head out soon, I will note, if you ever want to feel better about the way you use tools, go to SourceGraph and look up something like ESLint disable, and you will find thousands upon thousands of results of people doing the same thing. Like if I want to say file type.ts, dollar ends the file or something like this, then yeah,
we found my people.
Yeah. Great. Anyway, going back to the code. So there's a regular expressions plugin, so that if you do a regular expression that's like unnecessarily complicated, it can simplify your things down and help you there. Okay. I don't know about you, but I find regular expressions to be a little challenging at times, once in a while. AKA the worst part of working in JavaScript.
I just use, I have a bad habit now of using Copilot to make my regular expressions. I'll be like, here's what I want to do, and then Copilot does it. I'm like, okay, great.
You're playing with fire there. That's a great strategy, but I worry, Yeah. JSON, I actually forget what ESLint plugin JSON C does. I think it links your JSON files. C is comments. You can put comments in JSON files. Okay. So ESLint plugin Markdown lets you, I think it links the JavaScript code blocks in your Markdown files. So like if you have like some like this right here, this would then be linted as if it was a JS file.
Nice.
Oh, I added no only test, but I wanted to remove it.
Okay.
That's how you remove. Okay. There's regex. Simple import sort is, out of all these, this is probably the most applicable one to most people. It's a nice way to standardize how you import at the top of the file. Like let's look at this thing. Look at this. You got a // intermixed with next / intermixed with @next. Like this is disorganized. I can't handle it. So if we go to ESLint plugin simple import sort, and then put that in our ESLint RC, that's in the plugins.
Let's see how organized it's going to get.
Oh, it's going to be so nice. What's this sorts? I think you have to turn it on by default. Yeah, it's not on by default.
Okay.
So turn it on. Auto save, auto fix. All right. And then when I save the file, voila.
Wow.
Alphabetizing groups.
Beautiful.
Cool. Yeah, and the last thing is TypeScript sort keys, which if you have an interface in TypeScript, ABC number, DEF number, GI number, like this will make sure that they're alphabetized, which is, I think, a controversial opinion, because a lot of people are like, why would you care about that? But I think it's easier to read through. So that's just me. Do you have a particular thought on this already?
I'm very, like, I don't even, you're going to hate me for real. I don't alphabetize nothing. I just code. Sure. And if it's working, I'm happy.
But question, do you not alphabetize because it's an opinion, like a hard, like, no, I don't think you should, or do not alphabetize because it's kind of a pain in the ass, or pardon me, pain in the butt to alphabetize. And if you don't have that set up automatically, it's way too much time. It's not worth it.
Pain in the ass. I didn't even know that there were plugins that would do it for me.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't want to do this. So I just don't. Not that I'm like, you shouldn't. I just like don't.
Yeah, I think that's the case with a lot of things. And there are cases to be made that forcing people to alphabetize keys is maybe not always great, but like a lot of these things, it's not worth it if you have to do it manually, but if you have a tool to do it, it's a lot nicer.
Yeah.
So I just copy and pasted a bunch of stuff from my template. In ESLint, you can do overrides. So you can say for every .md file, you need the squigglies there, we add in the plugin markdown with something like markdown file. For all our TypeScript files, we then enable TypeScript ESLint things. So that's nice. Some of the TypeScript things don't really make sense in a JavaScript file, so I just only enable them in TypeScript files. Deprecation, I think, requires type information, so it only makes sense in a TS file. And then this is JSON C ESLint parser, tells us to sort keys in our JSON files.
Okay. You gave me a lot of context about this file and then the config file for TypeScript. Usually I just like have whatever's already there, like from whatever project, and if I see an error, I'll Google it and it'll be like, you gotta add this line, but I have like no context of like why I'm adding that line. So
Yeah.
this is helpful.
If you ever find that issue in anything that I work on, please file an issue or just let me know, because that's not good. I really hate that people don't explain things. That like, it's not that users like you, developers, are doing the wrong thing. It's that the explanations are not there. We just tell people to go out and do something, and then suddenly you're supposed to know why that's the case.
Yeah. Matt said,
Hand waving ensues.
Matt said, maybe Josh, you can make a GitHub action that spams all of your own repos with PRs as your taste in tooling evolves. What do you think about that?
I like that. I really like that. The problem is, there's no good tooling for this. Like, I have this template repo, but there's like, what happens if people like, change the readme in some way, add a new tool or move another tool? Like, I haven't found a good solution, like a good generator that really sets that up, but I would love to. So if you have a good way to do that, Matt, please let me know. That would make me very happy.
Yeah, that's
do either of you have anything for me here?
I don't know of any tools.
Darn. But anyway, I'm already over time, sorry. So I'll just show expected interface keys to be in ascending order. ABC should be for GHI, whatever. This is unused. We have a rule that suggests using an interface instead of type, which is not a debate that anyone can ever resolve. So I'm just going to let that be the default. -fix. We have a warning that this is declared or never used, so I'll just delete it. And voila. So now we can git commit chore, fix remaining, or add more linting and fix issues. And we're done.
We did it. We set this up. Thank you.
This was fun. Do you want to take us out, or am I forgetting anything?
I don't think there's anything else. When you say take us out, you mean like say goodbye, folks, or what do you mean?
I view you as someone who knows how to stream more than me, as evidenced by your streaming and also this very nice setup you have. So I don't know. How does one close the stream? Do you say goodbye? Do you?
I usually awkwardly say goodbye. I have a little video that runs, but like it does not need to run. Oh, I don't even think I have it for this one. I have like a BRB and a starting soon. I think you stream more than me. I like stream with talking with people, but not like me coding. But anyways, thanks for watching, y'all. This was really, really fun. I hope to do more of these with Josh. And like if y'all want to help contribute to the project as well, join on in. I'll be trying to be consistent and trying to learn about open source maintaining. But yeah, thanks, Josh. Bye, y'all.
Cool. Thanks, Rizèl. Bye, everyone. This was fun.
Yeah.